This video is for adult collectors. Hi everyone, this is a video review of the Transformers Legacy United Cybertron Galaxy Force Universe Vector Prime. As you can see, I've got the figure out of the box already, next to the box, and getting the figure out of the way. I'm going to go over the box as I usually do at the start of my reviews. So, the front, we see a nice picture of Vector Prime in his spaceship mode. Reminds me of the Sith infiltrator from Star Wars. Then you see artwork on the sides of the box. And on the back, you see Vector Prime with his accessories, Cyber Planet Key, or I think it's just a Cyber Key. The Cyber Planet Keys were what the Autobots were looking for in the Cybertron CGI anime, and comes with his sword. So rather than continue talking about pictures of Vector Prime on the back of the box, it's easier for me to just go over my actual copy of the figure. So see, many people online have pointed out that Vector Prime is mostly a retool of Legacy G2 G-Axis. However, getting this hand very much feels like Vector Prime. Pretty awesome head sculpt here. Unfortunately, his shoulder pads feel a tad too small, although I think the ones on the original were too big. So if these were just a bit bigger, I'd like the size of the shoulder pads. I tried to find my original figure for this review. Unfortunately, I don't know where it is. I do agree with most people online. It seems to be the more definitive representation of Vector Prime. But this figure in it of itself is also a very good representation of Vector Prime in my eyes. The circle symbol on his chest is also molded very nicely, just like the head. And look at the legs. Unfortunately, they're very different from how they should look on Vector Prime. I guess they're leftover from G-Axis. Hasbro didn't bother resculpting those, save money. So remember, for certain, there were some blasters on the feet, and he definitely didn't have all these wires on his legs. And his wings are sort of just dangling down back. Not the preferred way I'd pose them. I'll get more into that soon. The Cyber Planet Key, or Cyber Key, I should say. Cyber Planet Key is what the Autobots were looking for in the Cybertron anime, but each of them had their own Cyber Key to awaken their hidden abilities. You can put the Cyber Key on Vector Prime's chest. There's two tabs on the back of this key. You also plug it into the back here. Also comes with the sword. What's very good is this handle is plastic, so I don't have to worry about this breaking off the hilt. Unfortunately, it's a bit small. If you want to put this on the the Siege Galaxy Upgrade Optimus Prime. It's going to feel very out of place, too small to fit with Galaxy Upgrade Prime. Right. Remembered what I was going to say. You can also put the key here. There's a hole in the... Well, it fits better with on this side. Peg hole in the sword fits into a hole in the key. However, the sword looks alright with Vector Prime, although I do wish it was more colored better, like it appeared in the Cybertron anime. The hilt should be colored. I hope someone does a 3D printed sword of Vector Prime. Could fit in well with both Vector Prime and Siege Galaxy Optimus Prime. Speaking of purple swords for Vector Prime, do have this big purple sword from the San Diego Comic-Con Combiner Hunter set. It's actually cool. You can open up Vector Prime's hand and put this blade in here. It's very awesome. There's this thinner segment here. I understand it's pretty hard to find set, but I got a lot of Transformers. I do like to occasionally show some of my older Transformers for like comparisons, such. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the original Vector Prime, but this huge sword was something I like to display with him. Girls. Oh, or these. I can actually open up these hands, so I could put the sword from the original Vector Prime in here. Unfortunately, the hilt broke after I put in my Siege Upgrade Prime. I had to glue the hilt together with some Gorilla Glue, so that's why I said it's good. Vector Prime has a plastic handle this time. Here you can probably just slide it in and push it out easily because the fingers can uncurl. So let's see, just gently push it in. I don't want to break the handle again. Yeah, very cool. There's a dual wielding. Two swords now. Very awesome. And what else is there? Yeah, I also said I didn't like how the... Whoops. That fell off. Anyways, the wings in the back were positioned, so to this whole section down. Actually, get these tabs into these slots here. Actually, and I want these wings more up here. And so on. Futz with this a bit more. Now I got the wings where I want him to be. Now he's dual wielding these two larger swords. Looks very cool. You may not like it, but this is the way I like to have my Vector Prime displayed. Overall, Vector Prime's very awesome. May not capture the look of Vector Prime from Cybertron anime 100%, but still captures most of his look. This is a great alternative if you don't have the original Vector Prime and you're not able to get your hands on one. I do like what he represents, being one of the original 13 Primes, as Hasbro and Takara wanted to expand on the original lore for Primus and Unicron. Now, to move on to his articulation. So, heads on a ball joint. Hold on. Can be a bit tight. To move his sword for a better overview of his articulation. So I'm going to go slide this down. Sort of like the skinny part. And snap it out. Should come off easily. Elbows. Actually more than 90 degrees, which is very good. I'm kind of getting tired of Transformers just having not having more than 90 degrees. I remember there was like some Transformers during Siege that could bend more than 90. Arms go up. Unfortunately, they can't go out. Unfortunately, the shoulder articulation is in the arm. I really don't like that because you can tell by the shoulder pads, obviously designed for it all to be in there. It's unfortunate not in there in this retool. I got waist rotation, of course. Goes all the way around. Back and forth. Goes back that much. Here. Go forward all the way. Bends at the knee, also more than 90, which is very good. Got ankle pivot. Tilt. So really good articulation on Vector Prime here. Very good looking robot mode. It's unfortunate that this one couldn't live up to the original toy better. But it's still a good figure in and of itself. And he's got ankle pivot. The original one didn't, although it does. Well, the original one did rock back and forth due to the transformation. Yeah, so robot mode, not quite as good as the original, but it's a good robot mode in general. Let's go over the transformation. So I need to do that and to get the sword out. What I like about this is you can better push out this blade like other fist peg holes. So do that and get it helps to have these in the proper position again. Oh wait, I forgot how it was done. I think this was up here. We had unfortunately it can be kind of confusing to futz with this. I wish the articulation on the wings was designed better. So let's start off with, okay, so we asserted that this was supposed to, I'm sorry if this is confusing anyone. I don't quite remember the order of operations, but transformation wasn't difficult, so I'm going to do this just to give you some idea of how it is. You may notice the lighting has improved in this video compared to my review of the Leader Megatron, Leader Bumblebee Megatron, because what happened was one of my light bulbs in this room went out, so I had to cast a darker shadow, which was able to get that light bulb replaced. Get these two oh wait, yeah, these knees are supposed to go these tabs here too. Seems to feel them go in, and then the wings down here. Really don't like how these things keep falling off. Maybe that's my fault for trying to get these in a position they weren't supposed to be in. And yeah, this part of the head was pretty clever. So transformation, it's unnecessarily convoluted, but does feel more fun, I guess you could say, compared to the original. Oh, and you gotta get the fists in here. And it's not difficult at all. I'd say transformation feels very good on Vector Prime. Then you get the tabs into these slots here. Let's get these wings up here. Looks very good. Actually feels better than looks in the internet pictures. Let's sort of adjust these hinges to get the straighten out the wings more. Basically, you want this line to be parallel to this bit of overhang in the ship. I get this. All right, make sure these shoulder pads are next to each other. Pushed up. Yeah, it looks very good, especially this top part. Obviously, ship mode's not as good as the original. Still, a whole lot better than expected. And hold on, I put that sword. I'm gonna go over the put these. There's actually a hinge here. I'm not sure what it's for. Although you can store, it's not really a special place for this. You just put it in one of these holes up here, or with yeah. Honestly, I prefer to leave that off. Then you can just put the key up here. This fits very nicely. Fills in this gap. You can see his Cyberplant key. Cyber key. Very unique. It's supposed to be like the gears of a clock. Very unique compared to other cyber keys we see in the series, which have the Autobot or Decepticon symbol or one logos from the other planets. What I like about this is it reminds me of the Sith Infiltrator ship from Star Wars. What's not as evil looking. So this spacecraft mode is really cool. I did enjoy transforming Vector Prime, even though it's unnecessarily more complex compared to the original. I always like a transformation being a bit more complex and a lot more fun. Let's get him transformed back. All right, so wing things up. Key out. The knees out. Down. Feet out. Head up. Hips around. Hams out. So I'll just the wings back in their proper position. Yeah, so overall, I think I said all I need to on Vector Prime. Everything's great about this figure. Robot mode, vehicle mode, transformation. It's Shaman's not as good as the original. However, this Vector Prime remains a good figure in general. Definitely will go fine with the other modern Cybertron remakes, such as Starscream, Hotshot, Metroplex, Override, even the third-party Transform and Rollout Commander of Stars. If you got a good copy and are able to fix it like I did, I just realized something I should point out. Lift these shoulder pads up until they click into place. I felt they were a bit off as I was saying my conclusion on Vector Prime. So, once again, I'll say in conclusion, Vector Prime, not as good as the original, yet it remains to be a good figure in general. Robot mode looks good, it's got great articulation, transformation's fun, it looks great in alt mode as well. Accessories such as the sword and the cyber key, which homages his gimmick, or all the Cybertron toys gimmicks. Those accessories are nicely appreciated, especially the sword, which played a major part in the Cybertron anime story. And I'm glad it's got a plastic hilt this time, so it's much less likely to break than the translucent one Vector Prime came with. It's too bad. Sword is a bit smaller than I'd like. Hope someone 3D prints a more accurate sword, larger one for Vector Prime and Galaxy Upgrade Optimus Prime. Anywho, I hope you liked this video, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe to me. That's it for my review. Bye.